Hey everybody, and welcome to another Tacticam tip. I am Greg Ray from Outdoor Solutions Long Range Schools, and today we're going to bring you a boresighting tip. One, because it's necessary because we have a hunt coming up that Eddie is going on, so we actually needed to boresight this 300 Win Mag to get him ready for a bear hunt in Alaska. Thought, let's do a video and share it with our Tacticam friends. So one of the first things, you gotta make sure you got the tools that you need. We like to use fix-it sticks on most of our stuff in the long range schools. Also, ideal for the way that we're going to do this on boresighting is you have to have something that is very steady. So the ideal thing to use is a lead sled from Caldwell. We also, most of the time in the class, we'll just use a regular front rest and a rear bag, but this is definitely the most steady, and I'll show you why here in just a second. When it comes to boresighting, there are quite a few tools available. So you have your laser boresighters that you would actually put on the end of your barrel. There are some also that would go on your optic to be able to use. We're constantly changing optics from one to another. We work with Zeiss, so we're changing out different optics that they send to us to try out, and then of course from hunting, also what we would use on the range as well is a lot of times different than what we'd actually use in hunting. So we're swapping them out all the time, so we've gotten somewhat proficient at it, and I'm just going to show you how we do it. There are a lot of different ways, but this is how we do it. So one of the things, like I said, you want to have your tools. I'm going to take the elevation cap off here real quick, and we'll get down to business. So that comes off. We've got just the bear elevation dial there. So what we'll do next is we're gonna line the bore up with the target that we have downrange. We've got it at 100 yards downrange. If you've never done this before, you might wanna go to 25 yards. We're going to 100, and what I'm doing is literally lining the center of the bore up to my target. Then the next thing that we do without bumping the firearm and optic at all is come up and look to the scope. That's why it's important to have a very steady rest that will keep everything in line. So what I'm going to do is jump down here and look through the barrel of the gun. So I'm looking right down the bore, and we've already got it pretty well lined up, so we're not sitting here fidgeting around quite a bit. But the next thing that we got to do, and we've got the Tacticam lined up here. I'm going to turn it on so you guys can see what I'm seeing the difference. So if my bore is right on the center, obviously that's where I'm going to want my crosshair for 100 yard zero. 99.9% of the time, it's not close, so you've got to make some adjustments up and down. So as I'm looking through there, you're seeing the same thing that I'm seeing, and you can see that my crosshair is significantly above the entire target. I mean, we're probably 2 target lengths above. So I've got to bring that crosshair down. Now, I'm not going in the traditional downward motion with my erector. I'm going to go in the up motion, which pushes the crosshair down. So to go up, the upward motion, we're going to push those crosshairs down. And as you can see, as I'm turning this, you can see that that crosshair is going down. And we've got to turn this quite a bit. I'm just kind of jumping back. You can see I'm quite a bit closer there now. We're pretty close to center, but I'm going to aim at that left center diamond, and I'm actually closer to the right one, but my bore's lined up on the left one. I'll make a little adjustment here. So now I need to bring that crosshair quite a bit to the left. So under a normal circumstance, I would turn it to the left, but I want it to go left, so we're gonna make it move to the right. And that right there, you can see we're pretty close. I'm actually going to bring that down just a little bit more. Right there, that's pretty close to the center. So from this point forward, now I'm ready to send one downrange. It's literally that quick. Now that doesn't mean that I'm gonna be right on the center. Hopefully we're on paper, typically we are, and then we make our actual corrections from there. So I'm going to take this out of the lead sled and move to a regular front rest and rear bag just because that's how I like to do it. You can obviously shoot right from the lead sled, but we're going to take it here. We're going to swap these out. We're going to go live and send a couple of downrange. All right, so we are all set up and ready to go to send one downrange, or actually a couple downrange. One things I've done, I've got the Tacticam FTS going. We're recording through it so you can see my view. But the other thing I did, I went ahead and hooked up the LR since I'm here by myself, other than obviously Eddie filming this for us. So I hooked the LR up to my phone. That way I can spot my own impacts on there. So super handy tool whenever you're going to the range by yourself. We use it all the time. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna go live, send one down, see if I got it close enough to be on paper, and then we'll finish the final adjustments there. Then Eddie's gonna take over because we're dialing it in for him, so we want it zeroed specifically for him, but at least we'll get it on paper and show you guys how we bore sight. All right, so I am aiming at the very center diamond, and we're getting ready to send one downrange. Here we're going hot. All right, so if you look at that, I was holding center. You can see I am only 1 minute low, and I am 3 minutes left. So all I have to do now is make some super simple adjustments. Now I'm going what you would actually do on the range. We know that I need to go up, so we'll go counterclockwise. I need to come up 1 minute. We're using quarter-minute clicks here on the V4, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I need to come back to the right. That's really about 3/4, 1 3/4, 2 3/4, 3 3/4. So we'll make a final adjustment here. The bore sighting's done at that point, and then what we're gonna do is just turn it over to Eddie, because obviously it needs to be zeroed for him to be able to nail a bear in Alaska. So let's get these last few done. All right, so you're seeing what I'm seeing here through the Tacticam FTS. Again, I'm going to hold center. You can see where my first impact was. We're going hot. So I still need to come right. Look here on the LR, I need to come right another minute and up about half a minute. So let's make our half a minute adjustment up. 1, 2. And then we need to go to the right and another minute it looks like. 2, 3, 4, and that should be good. All right, one more round here. All right, so we're pretty close there. We're still about half a minute left. I'm gonna let Eddie make these final adjustments, but that is how we bore sight here at our long range schools for outdoor solutions. If you guys want to check out any of our other videos that we've already done for Tacticam, you can see the one that Steve Arian did on first focal plane versus second focal plane. I'll put the link to that one down in the description below. If you guys like these, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment, let us know what else you'd like to see. We'll see you on the next video.